Now at 5:30, new developments in the case of Delaware parents charged with abusing their 7 children. Jason and Christelle Fuller will be on trial this summer in a Delaware County court.
Jason Fuller is accused of using excessive punishments on his children, including locking them in a shed overnight and feeding them dog food. For 9 years, prosecutors say Fuller's wife, Christelle, did nothing to stop it.
Carla Rogner looked into how the abuse may have continued for so long without being reported.
Both parents were accused in court of encouraging the children to lie about the alleged abuse to authorities for years. I asked the Delaware County Job and Family Services if they've had reports of abuse at this house before, but they could not comment on this case. Neighbors tell me the children were homeschooled, which could complicate the process for abuse to be reported.
This is State of Ohio versus Jason Fuller.
Prosecutors say Jason Fuller used excessive punishment and manipulation to ensure obedience among his 7 children at their Delaware home. And they say his wife, Christelle, did nothing to stop it over 9 years.
She talked to me. I didn't really talk to him. They were very just like in their own world. I would see them walking up and down the street together.
In the Fuller's case, neighbors told us Wednesday they had few clues to the alleged abuse happening inside, where they say the children were homeschooled.
There's nothing in place to protect homeschooled children either from abuse or from educational neglect.
Samantha Field with the nonprofit Coalition for Responsible Home Education explains, in the state of Ohio, once children are enrolled in homeschooling, no one is required to check on them.
One of the massive downfalls of homeschool policy in many states, including Ohio, is that the only process in place for homeschooled students is enrollment. So parents file a bit of paperwork, and that is the end and the beginning of what homeschooling it entails in Ohio. There's no other requirements, there's no other ask.
In the Fuller's case, it's unclear who reported the alleged abuse, but Field points out homeschooled children don't have regular access to mandatory reporters, like children who go to school. Delaware County Job and Family Services tells me most of their reports of child abuse come from neighbors, family members, or victims themselves rather than mandated reporters. Anyone who suspects child abuse can report it to local law enforcement or local family services. A judge has set a trial date for both Jason and Christelle Fuller for June 11th. In Delaware, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.